Hey guys, this is Ryan. Thanks for tuning in. You guys sent me some questions. I narrowed it down to 10 questions and we're going to answer them for you. So we'll see what you got. So question number one right here comes from, I'm going to murder your name right now, and Jingpeng Su on Facebook writes, if I murdered your name, I apologize. How do you maintain the pimpness? Man, that's a good question. So for me, like, I would say you got to be yourself. You got to be true to who you are, to your mission in life. You got to follow your passions, and you just got to do you. You can't give a fuck what other people are thinking. And for me, I would consider myself a pretty outrageous, unique individual who really does his own thing. And I just don't give a fuck what other people like. Some people are not gonna like you, and some people are gonna like you. You're always gonna get that mix. But I think that the more authentic, like just really genuinely being authentic and being you, is gonna help you connect with the right individuals. And you gotta also don't be afraid to cut people off or let them go if they ain't feeling you on what you're doing, because at the end of the day, what it's going to come down to is you looking at yourself in the mirror, and you got to be happy with yourself and be proud of what you're doing. So that's the way I live my life. Like, not everyone's going to agree with what I'm doing, and I don't agree with what everyone else is doing, but I also don't worry about them. I just worry about myself and keep following my dreams and my passions. That's how I feel about that. And I think when you do that, you'll shine, and you'll get that pimpness. All right, question 2 is from Bo J. Walker on Facebook, who writes or asks, what was your childhood passion and or passions? Okay, so I feel like ever since I've been like maybe 4 years old, I've been kind of just into the same circle of things, which is basically music, martial arts, sports, trying to mac on girls. And I remember I got into girls when I was young. All the other guys on the playground, they thought girls had cooties, but I was, I remember 4 or 5 years old, 6 years old, trying to get girls to play Truth or Dare, 11 Minutes in Heaven, make out under the picnic tables and stuff like that. And so I'm just an older version of me. Then I don't think I've really changed. I still am into music. I still practice martial arts, and I'm out there like, picking up girls and doing my thing and having fun. All right, question 3 from Rebecca on Twitter. She asks, if you could collaborate with anyone music-wise, who would it be and why? Honestly, I've never really thought about that. I just kind of do my music on my own pace. But so I guess I'll flip this question onto you guys at home. Who do you think would be a cool collab that I could work with? Maybe leave them your thoughts in the comments below. Someone maybe who could collaborate with my music style and the subject matter that I talk about. All right, question number 4 from Bobby Nudd on Facebook asks, alcoholic drink of choice. Well, definitely Hennessy and Coke on the rocks in a rocks glass. If it's beer, usually just regular Budweiser. If it's wine, it's gonna be like Moscato wines, like real sweet wines, and of course like mixed drinks. I would say like lemon drop shots. I would say like daiquiris, pina coladas. Fun drinks, White Russians mixed with ice cream instead of milk. Those are bomb. Anything like that, anything fun. All right, question 5 coming in from Sullivan Way on Instagram asks, did you stop running? Why don't you use Strava for your runs? Well, I don't know what Strava is. I'm guessing it's probably an app or something. Maybe it's something that keeps track of your mileage or something like that. I don't use it because I've never heard of it before, so I guess that's a good reason. And no, I haven't stopped running. I completed a 62-mile run last year, which is basically 100 kilometers. That's the way they measure it in ultra running. And right now I'm training for a 100-mile run, and I'm probably gonna do that around, I'm planning on November. I can't do it now, it's too fucking hot out here, but maybe around November when it gets cooler, if I'm ready for it, and if not, then I'll wait probably till January, February, right before it starts getting warm again. So we'll see how it goes. But basically, like in ultra running, it's anything over 31 miles, 31.06 miles or something like that is like a 50-kilometer run. So that's a little over 26.2 miles, which is a marathon. So like an ultra is, let's just say 31 miles. And then after the 50K is then a 50 miler. And then there's the 100K, which is 62 miles, which I just did. And then the next level is 100 miles. And then the level after that, the last level of ultra running, it really is anything over 100 miles, or if it's a timed run. And what I'm trying to do is 100 miles within 24 hours. That's my goal. Okay, question number 6 coming in from Greg Krellin on Facebook asks, during your time at Soap, what was your most memorable moment? Damn, that's a good question, because there's a lot of peak moments. If you guys have read my book, Pro Soaper, if you read anything out of that, read chapter 11, because that talks about being on tour, banging like hot high school soap groupies, and like just being a rock star, a soap star, I guess you could call it. But I would say like something really special. There was Danny and I, my buddy Danny Lynch, who's he's the other main character in the Pro Soaper book. My best friend growing up. Basically, we were in Santa Monica by the pier, by 3rd Street Promenade, and we were walking down there. We were high as fuck. We just smoked like a chronic blunt, and my buddy Scott Borcher was driving around in his Honda. We used to get high and just drive up and down the freeway. It felt like you're on a fucking roller coaster at Disneyland. Now, like a lot of people, parents probably think that's obnoxious, drunk, high teenagers driving, they probably think that's dangerous, but to us, like, it was a fucking roller coaster adventure, just flying like 120 miles an hour down the carpooling lane on the 110 from downtown Los Angeles and shit. That was dope. But so anyway, we're high as fuck, and we're walking around 3rd Street Promenade, and we seen this, it looked like a skate video in the Journey's shoe shop, and we walked in, and it turned out it was our soap video, the one that we had just filmed like a week prior. They gave us $1,000 each for like the 4 hours of filming it, $1,000 a day, and so we had $1,000 in our pocket already. I'd spent a little bit on weed. I bought a new pipe and a little metal aluminum pipe. And anyway, we walked in, we were high as fuck, and we saw us fucking soaping inside Journey's shoe store. And then as we were walking in, we're like, Danny's like, oh my God, that's us. And I'm thinking like, we're pro, dude, we made it. We're fucking soap superstars. And then there was all these little kids in the store that were like, that's you, oh wow, can I see your soaps? And then the people in Journeys were like, oh fuck, and they were like, we took some pictures back, one of the guys had a little camera, but it was, it wasn't a selfie like the way that we do today. It was more like, so those disposable cameras, like by Kodak back in the day, that you have to take to the 1 hour photo. And so they took some pictures with us, and it was just like, dude, that was like a defining moment of like, we made it. We were sponsored, we got paid $1,000, and our movie is in fucking Journeys, and it was kind of like, damn, like, what's gonna happen next? So anyway, that was dope. All right, question number 7. Daniel Hall on Facebook asks, is there any particular landmark that you would like to soap one day? Dude, I would love it if I got sponsored by some kind of like energy drink company, or like if someone wanted to fund like a Soap the Planet tour. I think that would be dope, and just send me to like grind on the pyramids of Egypt, or like across the Parthenon in Greece. Or like I'd like to grind across the pew in the Sistine Chapel, that place where I think like one of Leonardo or Michelangelo painted the roof, and like in the church, grind on that shit. And also like when I was on vacation in Cancun, there was some like really dope shit down there. There's like a fucking Aztec pyramid. So any kind of like big landmarks like that, I think would be dope. Question number 8 from Emma Jane Lewis on Instagram asks, do you think you will ever settle down? I'm not against anything like that, like settling down. It's just, I would be more conservative as long as it was the right partner. The girl and me we have the same kind of vision about the future, and we're going like a relationship. It's kind of like how you relate to each other, and then I think of the word ship. You're both in the ship and you're going somewhere. Not like, you get what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. So I guess yeah, as long as it was the right girl, then that would be cool. But until then, I'm just having fun and playing the field, doing my thing. All right, question 9. Cody Rose on Facebook asks, favorite way to smoke weed? J's, blunts, vaping? Alone would be my answer. I don't like to smoke with other people. I like to just I kind of be in my zone. The only time I really get high is when I'm with myself. And usually what I do is I'll hit it once. I'll hit I like to hit bongs with bottled water and ice. Sometimes I use root beer to kind of change the flavor. But let's say I pack a bowl of some Girl Scout cookies or something like that. I'll hit it, or like Limelight OG, White Widow, whatever. And then I like to kind of set it down and then adjust to the high, see how I'm feeling. If I need another hit, I'll take one, and if not, I'll just leave it there till I'm ready to smoke some more. And then I just get into like projects, because I can't just sit and chill and watch TV. I just can't do it. I have to smoke, and then it's like putting on my thinking cap, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna work on music, I'm gonna work on some kind of project, or I'm gonna clean the house, or I'm gonna exercise, kind of like how on American Beauty, like he's hitting that joint and then he goes and fucking does curls. Like I gotta do something with weed. I gotta be productive. But to answer the question, like the way I prefer is just by myself. I do my own thing. All right, question 10 from Bong Aloyd 666 on Instagram asks, what keeps you focused on your music and soaping when a lot of people have been giving you nothing but shit? What is the driving force behind your fuck the haters mentality? Man, I don't really have a fuck the haters mentality. Honestly, here's the best way to explain this. First of all, like, I have the belief that everyone is entitled to their own thoughts, beliefs, ideas, and opinions, etc. I believe that, what other people think about me is none of my business. First of all, that's how I look at it. You like me, you like me. You don't like me, you don't like me. But I remain indifferent. It's kind of like, there's this metaphor I heard once, and I felt like this really resonated with me. I think this is the best way to explain my rationale of the way that I'm thinking and what I do. Think of a bird. Okay, a bird, what does a bird do? A bird sings. It's what they do. Just like, what does Ryan do? Ryan soaps, Ryan raps, Ryan picks up bitches, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, Ryan makes YouTube videos. Ryan's a nerdy kid who films with a camera and uploads videos from 1988. Are completely irrelevant, but that's what I do. So a bird sings. So imagine like a bird is sitting on a fence. Some guys, the bird starts singing, and some guy wakes up and he's like, throws a shoe at the bird. He's like, fuck you, bird. Fuck you, piece of shit. Get the fuck out. I'm trying to sleep. Does the bird get mad? Like, no, the bird's just like, oh, okay. He flies over here, and he starts singing again, because that's what birds do. And so he starts singing, but then the next person over here is like, oh, that's such a beautiful sound, bird. Oh, bird, I love you. You're amazing. And the bird's like, okay, like, doesn't care. Because it's a bird. It sings. That's what it does. So for me, like, whether people like me and give me shit, or they praise me for what I'm doing and call me, think that I'm great or whatever, like, either way, I remain indifferent from either side. Like, I'm grateful, and it pleases me that someone really likes my stuff. Like, that's dope, and I really appreciate all my fans and supporters out there. But at the same time, it's like, I'm like the bird. I'm gonna do what Ryan does, just like a bird does what a bird does. So that's my thoughts on that. Anyway, that was your 10 questions. That's what the questions that you guys asked me. I really appreciate the feedback. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you want more videos, subscribe to my channel. And also, I would love to hear from you guys. I want to see more of what my audience wants to see. Do you guys want to see more dating advice videos? Do you want to see more music? Do you want to see more throwback videos? Do you want to see more vlogs, like personal vlogs? I don't mean just like, well, just let me know. And then I read all the comments, and I really appreciate all the feedback and stuff. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Be safe, and we'll see you.